Wanted to go live with y'all today, man. Just talk about some things that's happening in the world. We got our boy Kirk. We got Lil Woody. We got all kind of stuff going on. But let's see who, man, talking to me today, man. Talk to me, I talk back. Let's get it. 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 Let's get it, people. I know you ain't seen me live in a second, but we got a whole lot to talk about, man. We're going to talk about that Charlie Kirk stuff. And I hope everybody having a beautiful day. Obviously, I look a little tired, man. I done been to the gym. Hey, top of it. Welcome to the channel. Your boy, Coach One Stack, man. We're going to talk about our man Kirk, our man Charlie Kirk. So share this live when you tap in, and we're going to talk about how this military, man, how we're using this National Guard for everybody's city except for where we needed it, out there in Utah. So let me know where you from. I'm out of Las Vegas. And sit tight, don't leave, because it will be more people coming in here. You can bet that. Yeah. We're going to talk about our boy Charlie Kirk today, people, because, yeah, it's a shame how they're using the National Guard to help him out, but they're not using the National Guard for everybody else. Top of it, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We're going to talk about Charlie Kirk today in our live. I'm Coach One Stack out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Hope you're doing well. When you come in here, smash that like button. It will be more people coming in here. This is a user-friendly chat. Everybody's welcome, and we keep it real over here. A lot of casual conversation. I normally go live in the mornings when we doing the afternoon thing. Man, I got 3 of y'all in here, man. Tell me where y'all from. Let me know who I'm talking to. Sound off, city and location. Las Vegas, Nevada, born and raised. I just wanted to talk to you guys a minute and see how y'all feel about this whole Charlie Kirk situation out in Utah and this National Guard. How we using the National Guard for everybody's city, except for where they should have been in Utah. So do me a favor, smash that like button when you come in and tap the screen and share this live. I like to get interactive with my people. Talk to me, I definitely talk back. But we're gonna talk about Charlie Kirk for a minute and this homegrown terrorist that did what he did. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, y'all. Guys, I'm not a Trump hater. This ain't about politics and what I'm finna talk about. It's about, we're blaming all the illegal immigrants for everything going on in the United States. But do you realize the last 3 people that tried to assassinate Trump was homegrown? Out here in Utah, man, I'm born and raised in Las Vegas. I'm right next door to Utah. What's up, Casey? Casey, where you from? How you feeling? And guys, I got 15 people in here. Do me a favor, smash that like button when you come in and share the live. We're going to talk about this Charlie Kirk incident. I'm your boy, Coach One Stack, man, born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada. That's where I'm currently at. Talk to me, I talk back. Casey, okay, Casey, right on, right on. Always one up. Can I ask you? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Hey, always one up, man. Y'all can ask me anything, and then we going to always get back on topic, I'm a real one. You're going to get real answers. I'm not your average social media dude. I like to talk about real shit. And now I found out I don't have to be censored. So, man, it's the sky's the limit. What's up with you? I was in Mansfield in Pota, the water. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, so you got to tell me. Thank you, always one up. I appreciate that. Uncle Ruckus, do I think... I don't know. Uncle Ruckus, you'll probably beat me, man. I'm a lover, not a fighter, man. This is just for show. I'm 48 years old, man. I use this body just to look good and so I can be in shape for when I get older, man. I wish y'all could see my dad, man. He's 72 and completely ripped. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Casey. I appreciate that. PGN. So, what's up, nephew? I think it's a sad moment. Instead of promoting dialogue, only radicalize people against each other further. Man, I'm going to pin your comment, nephew, PGN, because I respect that. And, Hold up. Thank you. Right now, PGN got the flow, and you know what, nephew? Man, the thing is, that's what's going on in this country, and this ain't no Republican, Democrat. This ain't that kind of chat right here. I don't care about that. But my thing is, you have a lot of things going on in this country right now where they're trying to, man, is they're basically trying to start a civil war. If you ain't caught it by now, and I'm gonna give y'all some game for those of y'all who don't know much about Vegas. You notice this. I want y'all to notice something. I want Oh, and I got that conversation to water. I want y'all to notice something, man. Listen to me close. In California, they sent the ICE. They sent ICE, right, in the National Guard. They did it in Chicago, right? They did it in Washington, D.C. They were gonna send people down to New Orleans. Now they send them to Memphis, Tennessee. What do all these places have in common? Y'all know what them places have in common. It's a lot of poor folks down there. That's what it is. But now the thing is, you will never see that out here in Las Vegas. And I'm going to tell you why. Man, out here in Las Vegas, you have the Hispanics who are over the culinary union. Your whole hospitality network is, hold up, man. We're going to get you up out of here. I ain't got time for you, bro. I ain't got time for you, Iron Man. We ain't got time for that up in here, bro. We don't. But like I said, yeah, we divide and conquer. Tom and Jerry, give me a second. Let me get on this topic, and I'll address that because I have not heard about that. So you're gonna have to send me a video, give me some game on it. I only talk about things that I know, that I've watched. And right now we talking about the whole Charlie Kirk incident. You won't never see the National Guard deployed out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, in case you guys didn't notice, man, it's against the law anyway for them to deploy the National Guard or the armed forces against Americans. Like, that's against the law. The only time they're supposed to do that is when you have martial law. And like I said, this ain't nothing about Trump. This ain't nothing about no Harris. We talking about us as people, all being together. I'm a Christian. I love everybody. So right now, man, what they're trying to do is divide and conquer us. They're trying to get us to fight against each other. And see, instead of just, and I hate to say it, do I think it's a color thing? Definitely. I think it's a gender thing? Definitely. Do I think it's a age thing? Definitely. Because if you notice, and like I said, I don't want to make this a black-white thing, but man, black people ain't been rioting. Black people ain't been marching. But yet they're bringing the National Guard in all these places. And sooner or later, somebody's going to erupt because people ain't taking that no more, man. But the National Guard should have been in Utah. Now when they sniped Charlie Kirk, right? You guys will agree with me. Sure, you black people using. Nah, bro, don't come in here with that bullshit, bro. Like, for real. Like, this is a chat for people, man, who want to actually have some conversation. Man, don't come in here with that negative energy, bro. Don't even ask me no dumb shit like that, bro. Like, for real. Take your ass back to Korea with that. See, that's what I mean by, this is what I mean by people who's ignorant. I don't do the ignorant stuff. What's up, Santana? Where you from? And like I said, what they're doing is down there in Utah, you got a lot of that polygamy going on. And if you're not familiar with polygamy, that's marrying your cousin, keeping your bloodline fresh. And a lot of the people over there in the Mormon community, man, this is what's been going on down there for years. It's illegal here in Las Vegas. You got somebody named Warren Jeffs who's doing forever and a day in the penitentiary out here in Nevada for doing this same thing. So when they thought that the person who assassinated Charlie Kirk might have been an immigrant, man, they was calling for blood. They wanted an eye for an eye. They couldn't wait to find out who did it. But when they found out it was one of their very own 22-year-old Mormons, man, and his daddy taught him how to shoot a bolt action rifle from 300 yards, hey, man, shit got a little different. So, of course, the president got to get up there and say, oh, I want the death penalty. I don't even know if Utah carries the death penalty, to be honest with you. But that's what I'm saying. Where was the National Guard at during that when you have one of the most racist people in the world giving a rally? This is where they should have been. You dig? This is where they should have been. What's up, Mac Ryan? Where you from? Yeah, and guys, tap that screen, man. Share this live. This is where they should have been. Nah, bro. And I'm not Jamaican. So you should probably ask your Jamaican friend. I don't use no baby oil. Ask your Jamaican friend about baby oil. Like, I like to keep my chat, man. See, this is why I don't go live. I like to, man, when I come in here to do my chat, I like it to be eventful, good energy. I'm a Christian. I love everybody. I don't care about what Puffy did with his baby oil, man, except for when I'm making content. But I'm going live to personally try to bond with my family. I look at you guys as family. You know, I don't look at this, man. Look at my eyes, man. I've been grinding all day. But I'm trying to have this talk about Charlie Kirk. Hey, Winston, do me a favor. What happened in the UK? Let me know what happened in the UK. Tom and Jerry. Charlie Kirk wasn't racist. Such stuff does not. Oh, okay. Well, I get that, Tom and Jerry. Tom Jerry. Inject this out, Tom Jerry. And I'm not. And when I say racist, bro, it's black people that's racist. It's people from all races that's racist. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something personally. Man, every person that have done something to me negative have looked just like me. So now you go ahead and imagine that. So, you know, supremacists, extremists, you got black ones, white ones, Asian ones, Latino ones. They just are what they are. At the end of the day, they got to answer to God for what they are. You know what I mean? So if you guys took it that way, that's not how I meant it. You know, because it's racist everywhere. And I'm not one of these black people that feel like, oh my God, the whole white world is against. Nah, everything that has been done to me has been done by somebody that looked just like me. But my point being is, if you're having this rally, right, and you know what type of person you're dealing with, because that wasn't supposed to happen to him. I don't care what his political view was on races or whatever, on different races. That was not supposed to happen to any human being. You understand what I'm saying? It's okay, man. Don't even worry about it. Last name Hoon. It's all good. 420. If we could just go back to the people versus the government. The government has instigated the people so much we forgot. It says, yes. Hey, 420, let me pin your comment. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, 420 Shorty. 420 Shorty, where you from too, by the way? And are you a man or a woman? I don't want to be disrespectful. That's what I'm talking about, 420 Shorty. The point is, guys, the government is not for us, okay? It's us against them. So that's why I try to tell y'all in my chat, I don't care what color you are, Colorado. Okay, I love Colorado. I love your city, by the way. You're going to have to get at me. I love your city. And y'all got some good greenery out there in Colorado. PJ, the best I heard, the best line I've heard about racism about Morgan Freeman, just stop talking about it. We're all people trying to stop by with the differences, focus on our common points. PGN, shout out to you, PGN, and where you from. That is how I feel. So I just wanted to put that out there. That's how I feel. And guys, do me a favor, hit that like button, man, at the top. You know, we let this country put us in a place to where we're at each other's throat. Like, literally. But the thing is, the government ain't doing anything for us. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to come out there, 420. I've been there many times, but I had to come out there. I love your city. What's up, Emma? Coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. And guys, get those likes up. Hit the like button, man. Talk to me, I'll talk back. You know, and this ain't about no Trump, Kamala Harris. This ain't about no Republican, no Democrat. Guys, I just want y'all to answer in the chat, please. Tell me what our president has done for the people, for all the people. What has he done for the people? But that's right. Rest in peace, Charlie. What has he? I I've been a few. I drove trucks for a minute, so I've been all through there. I done been to Aspen and certain places in Colorado. It's so beautiful in the mountains. I be wondering. It looked like God Himself took His hands and put houses up in the mountains. And the water was the first time I went. The water looked so fresh in the creek. I just wanted to grab my cup and just take a drink full of water. The water even smelled good in Colorado. I've never been there. My eyes are open. I'm a little tired, man. I get up at 3 in the morning. And plus I've been to the gym and then I got work to do, man. I'm a hard worker, but my eyes are actually open. I'm just a little tired. But I really wanted to talk about this Charlie Kirk thing, man. And just spread a little bit of awareness, man, through our country. But I want y'all to tell me what what has our government done for us since we got a new president? That's all I want y'all to do is answer me in the comments and tell me what the government has done for all of us as a whole, except for lining their pockets with their own government contracts, with their own $1 million dinners to go meet the president at the White House. Mind you, that $1 million is paid in cryptocurrency. So if you don't know nothing about cryptocurrency, it's a good way to launder money. So tell me what has been done for you? What has been done for me? Please tell me in the comments. Tom and Jerry. But okay, he deported a lot of illegal people. But now look at all the homegrown shootings. Look at all this stuff that's been going on here. It ain't been the illegal immigrants that's been doing these shootings. When you just had this church, in this school, and this young transgendered boy walked in and started shooting from the outside, he's homegrown. He's American. Charlie Kirk is American. The last 3 people that tried to do something to Donald Trump was American. So make it make sense. And the only people that he's picking on, like I said, this ain't no knock up against Trump. This is about the entire government as a whole. Make it make sense. Why are we only concentrating on the Hispanics? What about all the Europeans that are here illegally? What about all the Caribbean people that are here illegally? What about all the Spanish people from Spain, the Filipinos, the Asians? What about everybody that's here illegally? Don't you think everybody should get the same treatment? Exactly. Hey, Ian, check this out. I keep it a stack. That's why they call me Coach One Stack. And I got a $1,000 bill tatted right there on my chest. A real one. Serial number at all. And it's a fly-ass tattoo. I got a $1,000 bill tatted right there on my chest because I keep it 1,000, not 100. What's up, Krishna? Where you from? I just want to know, what has they been doing for you? Yeah, Tom, I'm just saying, like I said, see, hey, Tom Jerry, let me know where you from too, by the way. Because guys, in my chat, man, I'm not here to prove, I'm not here to be right. I'm not here to be wrong. Man, I'm just here to, okay, that's cool. I'm just here to, man, talk about real facts. That's all. Well, I like to see it, but Gabe, it needs to happen right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? It needs to happen right now. Okay, the Bronx. Shout out to you in the Bronx. I know y'all some real ones up there in NY. Krishna, I love your city. Hey, Krishna, when I first came to your country, I fell in love with Jamaica. Matter of fact, every time I go to your country, I get this little pinky nail painted with the Jamaican flag. I'm going to post it just for you. Let's see. I'm European, and I can't understand how the greatest country in the world still can't enforce basic border security, has so many illegal immigrants, no matter where they're from. PGN, do you want me to answer that question? Hold up. PGN, do you want me to answer that question? And do me a favor. My favorite number is 7. So, guys, I want you guys to always reply with a 7 if that means yes. 7 is the number of completion. 7 is God's favorite number. So I'm going to get on what you said, PGN, because that's a very good question. And do y'all really want to know the truth? If y'all really want to know the truth about PGN's question, okay, hold up. First of all, I forgot, man. What makes you a woman answer? Um, let me give y'all a little history on myself too. I forgot because it's a lot of people in here that don't know my history. Y'all don't know who you're talking to. Guys, I'm ex-law enforcement, number one. I'm ex-law enforcement. Then I did a lot of shit in the streets. And I was very good at what I did because I was ex-law enforcement, right? And I've been delivered by God for the last 8 years. So I want you to know who you're talking to. I want you to know the pedigree of the person you're speaking to and understand, man, I am a college educated law enforcement, ex-detective, ex-street person delivered by God for the last 8 years. So I've done it all both ways. So when I speak and you guys see my videos, man, understand you talking to somebody who was well invested in the law and was well invested in the streets in some illegal shit. I'm not proud of it, but that's just what it was. People had choices to make, and those are choices that I made. Now, it's just a bum. Well, yeah, well, I mean, hey, that doesn't hurt my feelings. But, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And Curtis, I left after my second shooting. I didn't want to deal with it after I was involved in my second shooting. So now, back to what I was saying. Here's the reason why the border security is so messed up in Mexico. I'm going to tell y'all why. Let me keep it a buck with you. I don't know how old you guys are, but I was born in 76. So I was here when Reaganomics came into play. Reaganomics, Oliver North, okay? When you look at people like Freeway Rick Ross, not the rapper Rick Ross, the drug dealer Freeway Rick Ross. He sold drugs for the CIA. He sold drugs for America, okay? He sold drugs for America to finance the Iran-Contra scandal, okay? So what I'm telling you is, and when you go down to Mexico, this is why they so hard on the border in California and in Texas. This is where all the drugs come in at. Guys, you have no idea how many tunnels there are from Mexico that lead all the way over into places in California and Texas. And I'm telling you what I know. You have no idea, man, when you go to California or Texas, you might go into this raggediest ass house, right? And go into a back room and they remove a carpet and open up a little hatch door and you go down in a tunnel, you can walk across the border. America knows this stuff is coming in. They're getting a piece of the pie. Like, why do you guys think that they made marijuana legal? That's a whole nother thing. Why do you think they made marijuana legal? Answer in the comments why y'all think they made marijuana legal. Because this all has something to do with the border. Okay? Because they can tax it. And let me put y'all up on some game. Listen, answer in the comments, people, if marijuana is not legal in your state yet. Tell me if it's not legal. I want y'all to put in the comments. Okay, Gabe, right on. Now watch this Wasteland Warrior. Check this out. Let me put you up on game. The money cannot be federally insured. This is going to really fuck y'all up too. This is, okay, watch this. This is, hey, and Caven, I'm going to tell you like this, Caven. Let me give you some game, brother. I don't know what your financial situation look like, but I'm here to tell you, when it comes to your city, if you have to take a loan out, if you have to take all the money out of your house to go get you a license to grow marijuana or to get a dispensary, do so. You will be a millionaire within 3 months. I give you my word. So now, with this marijuana money, right, hey, Wasteland, exactly. Now, Wasteland, let me give you some game. I actually have a cousin that works for the county out here over the marijuana, right? This is what they do. They work over the marijuana. So now, Since it can't be, you can't put it in the bank because it's not federally insured. Look at this loophole, y'all. You can't put it in the bank because it can't be federally insured. Okay? So when they come to pick up their money from these marijuana dispensaries, the marijuana dispensary, if I own a dispensary, I tell the state of Nevada I made this much money and that's what I pay taxes off of. So meaning if I tell the state, hey, this month I only made $100,000 off selling weed, that's all they tax me off of. So I could be making $5 million a month. And they only tax you off of what you report. And when they take that money is put inside of a vault. You don't even know how much money's in that vault. You don't have access to that vault. You as a taxpayer, you don't even have any knowledge of how much money is in that vault. So guys, the marijuana business is like a license to sell drugs for free. You tell them how, think about it. Isn't this a cool business where you can make as much money as you want, and when they come to do their taxes, you tell them, you ain't got to provide no paperwork. You don't have to provide any paperwork, any receipts, because it's not federally insured money. You can't put it in the bank, and you can't use your credit card in a dispensary. You only can use a debit card or cash. But you tell them how much money you made in taxes. That's why the game is so lucrative. This is why the government is doing what they're doing. See, if let me read my sunflowers and me. Where you from? Good point. I do hear that has medicinal benefits. And sunflower, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a smoker. I suffer from anxiety and depression from time to time. Now, when they first came out here to Las Vegas, in my mind, I said, it's bullshit. That's bullshit. This don't have any medicinal uses. But man, when I started smoking it, I noticed, guess what? My anxiety went down. I mean, big time. So do I think it has its medicinal purpose? Definitely. And when I did my research, and if you was to do your research, having medical marijuana cards are actually damn near are legal in every state. You just don't realize it. On a medical note, if you were to go talk to your doctor, because like I told you, I am ex-law enforcement. I knew about medical marijuana back in 2002 when somebody from New York on New Year's Eve brought me a medical marijuana card, and he had a little jar of blueberry kush weed, and it said on this card that per Nevada state law, he was able to possess 1 ounce of marijuana. This was back in 2002, y'all. Sunflower and me, I'm in Las Vegas. You got to stay in contact with me. Like Sunflower and me, we have to stay in contact. I like to stay in contact with people that's from Vegas. I'm born and raised in Vegas. Now I can tell you, like I said, I was against it. I was like, you know what? People just want to smoke weed just because. But man, when you look at it, I can personally tell you, me personally, and I don't smoke it every day, but I can tell you that it has taken me off my anxiety medication, and I would rather smoke than take Xanax, because that's what they give you. I suffer from PTSD. Like I said, I was involved in 2 shootings. After my second shooting, I was out of there. That's a lot to handle. That's a whole nother story. I've seen a whole lot of stuff. And so to me, I see the medicinal uses, but it's all about money at the end of the day. And see, when we talk about this border control, they only want this. I've heard it works good for it does, Sunflower. It does. It does. I'm not even over here trying to even co-sign and tell people here, go smoke weed, but I'm telling you that it works for me, right? So with this border control that everybody keeps talking about, right? With this border control, that's because the fentanyl is coming in. The fentanyl. And if you don't know about the fentanyl, guys, fentanyl is 1,000 times stronger than heroin. Let me give you guys a lesson. Bro, I'm not in a gang. I've never been in a gang in my life. Let me give you a little game about fentanyl in the drug game. Cause like I said, I've done both. When you take a kilogram of heroin, 1 kilogram of heroin, it is so strong you have to cut it down. And you can make 15 kilograms from one. So 1 kilogram of heroin is $80,000 to $100,000 pure. When you break that up and turn it into 15, you take 15 times 80 to 100,000, right? Now fentanyl is 1,000 times stronger than heroin. So you take a kilogram of fentanyl, which is what Mexico is pushing in here, and once they break that down, the possibilities are endless. And so why are they so stuck on this border control in Mexico? Because they can't control the fentanyl. They can't get their money off of it. If there was a way for them to get their money from the fentanyl, you wouldn't see this big border problem. Yes, Sunflower, this is the truth. I'm giving you the truth. Like I said, I'm not proud of some things. I'm not so proud of some things that I did, but that's just what it is. And it's for Luke, we talked about Charlie Kirk earlier. I think it's messed up. Nobody deserves to lose their life like that. So guys, fentanyl is 1,000 times stronger than heroin. If you take your finger like this, look, and you lick it like this, look, it's sticking to some fentanyl. That's enough to kill you. Yes, Sunflower. Yes, exactly, Sunflower. It has a lot to do with drugs. And I want to tell you guys something. I don't promote selling drugs. As I told you, I am ex-law enforcement. I am ex-street. I've sold drugs and a whole lot of them. And I was extremely successful because I knew what I shouldn't do. And I'm not proud of it. And I've been delivered by Lord Jesus Christ for the last 8 years. Okay, so judge me if you will, but I'm just telling you guys what it is. And PGN, check this out, PGN. I had a heart attack going on 4 years ago. January 22nd will be 4 years. I got a stent put in my heart. They gave me fentanyl to put a stent in my heart, and I'm here to tell you, you're awake during the process, and when they gave me that fentanyl, I literally saw my daughter walking around in the room. That's how gone I was on fentanyl. Like, it made me see things that wasn't there. Well, Gabe, I don't do that, bro. If you heard the rest of the story, you would see that was old. And, man, I wouldn't advise anybody to be selling drugs. Metro and my dad's ex-Metro. Sunflower, I started off as a police cadet when I was 17 years old. I was a corrections officer, I was a police officer, I was a field training officer, I was a detective. My dad is the first person to do 30 years in CCDC. He did 32 years with the department. That's my history. Yeah. So, Sunflower, you know what I went through going through 2 shootings. You know what I mean? But back to the fentanyl. So I just like you guys to know who you talking to and, you know, why I have this information. You know what I mean? Okay, hey, Sunflower, I'm telling you, you have to stay in contact with me. Like, I really want to get with people that are from Vegas. Like, you know, we might be able to do an interview. You just never know, because I actually have a project in the works, like, for mental health and to bring people together. Like, I really need you to stay in contact with me, Sunflower, like, in a big way. Did I ever do therapy? No, I had to have therapy. Sunflower. Matter of fact, and guess what, guys? Do you have my email address? Do you have my email address, Sunflower? Because I'm dead serious. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look. You can check this out, Sunflower. You can shoot me a text. You can literally shoot me a text on my business phone. Cause I'm like dead ass serious. Hold up, 1 second. Hold up. Sunflower, this is my business number. You can shoot me a text. 323-494-9010. 323-494-9010. Shoot me a text. Say, hey, this is Sunflower, and we'll chop it a little later after I get off this live. That's my business number. Okay, let me see. Jack Johnson, 313 in the house. Detroit, Michigan in the house. Educate these brothers, coach. Deliver universal knowledge. Man, thank you, Jack. Appreciate that. Okay, Sunflower, here we go again. You ready? 323-494-9010. Let me know if you got. Okay, cool. Shoot me a text when we get done, and we'll chop it up. So, guys, and I want you guys to know something else about this whole fentanyl thing. And do me a favor, tap the screen at the top. Like this live, share this live with people, because I like giving this information out. See, what you don't know is when Trump, and this ain't, like I said, this ain't no, this is nothing against Trump. This has nothing to do with politics. We talking about fentanyl right now. When they cracked down on the borders, let me tell you what the cartels did. This is why you see so many overdoses. They flooded the United States with fentanyl. Fentanyl is in everything right now. It does not pay to be a drug dealer. If you are in the streets, I would advise you not to be using drugs or selling drugs. They're putting fentanyl in PCP. They're putting it in every kind of pill you can think of. They're putting it in your Xanax. Definitely your Roxys. You already know about that. They're putting it in the white stuff you sniff. They've been putting it in heroin. They're putting it in the codeine cough syrup. All right? And now what they're doing, let me tell you what else they're doing. And for those of you who live in the South, they're taking the marijuana. They're buying the lowest grade marijuana, and they are spraying it with PCP to make it stronger. This is what's going on in the streets right now. Okay? So the cartels flooded America with fentanyl when they started doing these, and the methamphetamine, of course. I forgot about that. That's the nastiest drug there is, methamphetamine. They have flooded the country with fentanyl. What's up, Carla? How you doing, mama? What's going on? Not a troll. For those that just got here, they were just texting about their first time experience. Oh, come on now, don't do that. What's up, Carla? What's up with you? Purpose Puppy, more up north and out west. Okay. KB, Las Vegas, Nevada, born and raised. What about you? Okay, so now, guys, with the whole fentanyl thing, sometimes I get people that ask me questions. Okay, now throw a 7 up. I want you guys to, hey, Carla, happy late 63rd. Carla, do you need a younger man in your life? I love older women. Do you need a younger man in your life? Teflon Ron, what's up with it? How you feeling? KB 313. Oh, Carla, I'm serious. Man, ain't nothing better. See, y'all get me off topic here. Got me talking about Carla fine ass around here, man. Stop playing with me. But guys, this is the whole thing with, I want you to throw, Wasteland. That's what they're trying to do. Now, Wasteland, I'm going to pin your comment, Wasteland. You got a very good comment, Wasteland. Hold up. Wasteland, we finna get on Wasteland's comment right now. One second, Wasteland. LeVar Stars, I retired out the Army 3 years ago. Hey, LeVar, thank you for your service. When I was a cop, I did not give anybody who was military, ex-military a ticket. Single mothers and hardworking people, thank you for your service so I can live the way that I live. Thank you for your service. And I do mean that from the bottom of my heart. And I suffer from PTSD as well. I do. Thank you. Carla, thanks for yeah, thank you. Now, Wasteland. Now, guys, I want you guys, I'm finna answer Wasteland's question, but I want you guys to throw a 7 up in the air. If you throw a 7 up in the air for me, okay? If you want to know why people, even when they overdose from fentanyl, why they crave it more, throw a 7 up in the air. Because when I be talking to my dad and other people, they be like, it deleted people. Why do they keep buying it? Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Throw a 7 up in the air if y'all want to know the answer to that. Throw some 7s up. What's up, Roxanne? Where you from? What's up, Uncle Ricky? Where you from? Okay, let me break it down to you. You ready? I know you probably know B right, but check it out. This is why. Everybody's always trying to beat the system. Understand something. Okay, look. Say you drinking Hennessy, right? Or you drinking a beer. You want the most for your money, right? So if you gonna say you got money for one beer, you got money for one beer, you want it, and you trying to get fucked up. You want the best beer that your money can buy. Same thing with narcotics. People want the most for their money. So when they see something that may have deleted somebody, made somebody overdose, in their mind, they're like, oh my God, that's strong. So what they do is they go buy more of it. And here's what they do. Let's just take a pill, for example. We're going to take a pill. We're going to take the little blue 30 milligram Roxys that everybody buy. Them pills is like $30 to $45 a piece wherever you go, okay? What they figure is, you know what? I'm going to go buy the same pill, but I'm going to break it up into 4 pieces. I'm not going to take the whole pill. I'm going to take a fourth of one. This way, nothing happens to me, and then I can get more for my money. So instead of buying one pill, I got 4 that are strong. See what I'm saying? They try to beat the system. And what ends up happening is they not realizing, because it's a pressed pill, yeah, they might break it up into 4 pieces, but that one piece you eat might have all the fentanyl in it, and it's going to delete you. Crypto Rich, what's up, man? I fucks with the Bay. I'm a diehard Niner fan. Shout out to the Bay, man. Shout out to the motherfucking Bay. The Bay is my favorite. Other than Vegas, the Bay is my favorite place in the world. The Bay, then Atlanta, then Texas, and then LA. That's in the country. But I got a lot of favorite places out of the country. Let me see. Anthrax. Hey, Jack Johnson. Yep, craving a near-death experience. Roxanne, I want to be your man. But yeah, okay. Nah, Kevin, I don't rap. I'm just giving you guys some game. So watch this. Let me give y'all some more game, because I really like giving y'all this conversation. I'm really having fun with this live. And if you're here, man, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Let's get these likes up and share the live. So what happens? So here's what happened with these fentanyl people. Let me show you the game of how people become heroin addicts. This is how people become heroin addicts. Because, man, that fentanyl is some nasty stuff. So now you're getting your fentanyl pills, okay? Which the government, if they could tax it, they would be taxing it. And I don't know if y'all knew this, for the young people in here. For the young people in here, no disrespect to the young people in here. I need you guys to know that Coca-Cola, that used to be legal. That used to be inside of Coca-Cola. That white stuff, that used to be legal. That was inside of your Coca-Cola for real. Your poppy seed, which is your morphine and heroin, that used to be legal here in the United States. Your methamphetamine, that used to be legal. In the armed forces, people, they used to give their soldiers methamphetamine so they could stay up for days and fight. Okay? They used to give it to them. In the armed forces, they used to put you in poppy fields so people could smoke. People used to smoke opiates all through Vietnam and come back hooked. It was only that when they found the monetary value for it and figured out they couldn't tax it, that it became illegal. These are facts. See, even right now, guys, mushrooms, the magic mushrooms, guys, there are certain magic mushrooms that are legal now. Why are they legal? Because the government has said that these hold some medicinal, they help medicinally with seizures, multiple sclerosis. So certain magic mushrooms are legal now because they can tax it. Okay? So now this is how people become heroin addicts. Okay, so now they popping their pills. They got their fentanyl pills. And you guys gotta understand, man, those blue Roxy pills, man, where we at, Gabe? Heroin, opiates, as my experience, it usually starts after. Yes. Hey, Gabe, let me pin your comment. And Gabe, where you from? Let me know where you from, Gabe. And be right, where you from? You absolutely right about the LSD. They used to do LSD experiments on us. Gabe, I need to speak on your Toronto, shout out, hey, Gabe, shout out to your country, and we all don't agree with the president because I know y'all not fucking with us right now. We all, hey, shout out to your country. He don't speak for all of us. We don't even agree with the shit he doing. New eyes. Okay. So now, this is how a lot of people become heroin addicts, guys. Like I told you, I was in the streets. This is what I did for a nice little period of time. And what happened is you have to take these people who are buying, say, 10 pills a day, right? Those blue pills, those blue Roxy pills cost $30 to $45 a pill. We're going to talk about that later, Code Miser. Those pills are $30 to $45 a piece for those pills. That's a $300 to a $450 habit a day. Okay? Now, you got different types of heroin. You have black tar heroin, which is the go-to here in the United States because it's very cheap. It looks like a Tootsie Roll pop. It's very, very cheap. So you got a lot of people, man, who switch from the pills because they can't afford those pills, and they switch to the heroin because they only need that once or twice a day. Couple little hits, boom, boom, they good. So it's cheaper. It just took their habit from $300 to $400 to less than $100 a day. This is why you have so many people that are heroin addicts here in the United States. Now, if that's making sense to anybody, throw a 7 up in the chat, please. Hey, Kevin, Tootie Raw's going to the penitentiary, bro. He's going to be somebody's prison wife. Gabe, love you too, King. And I want you guys to know something, man. If you in here watching my live, you're family. I talk to my subscribers, my followers, more than family. So if we having this talk, you're family to me. Just know that, man. Just know that. Caleb. Oh yeah, man. I've been out there, man. I've been out there. Caleb, I've been out there. And you know what, Caleb? I moved real good, man, because you know what? I might tell y'all how I move so good in the streets, man, because I really like y'all watching. Or maybe I might share that from my subscribers. Because if I make that video of how I really moved in the streets, it might get blocked. It definitely might get blocked if I was to talk about that. You know what I mean? If I was to talk about that, it might get blocked. So, man, I can't really get on that. But you know now, guys, you have to understand. I don't care about your sexuality, what I'm about to say, because I got a project coming out for the rainbow community. My daughter's a part of the rainbow community. I have nothing against the rainbow community, but I'm about to give y'all some game, especially for you ladies out here too. if I got some ladies in here, y'all listen up, man. Because the next thing that has really hit the country is this methamphetamine. Man, Bud Crawford, man. Do you see how Bud look? Come on, man. Bud. Man, and matter of fact, that's a whole nother live Teflon, because hey, I'd like to see Tank get his weight up and go fight Bud, but that'll never happen, man. That'll never happen. Thank you, Jack Johnson. I appreciate the love. So let me tell y'all about this methamphetamine, though. Okay? Tell you about this methamphetamine. First of all, what's up with it, Claymore? Oh, I remember you, Claymore, man. Everything is live. I just been leaving a lot of content, you know. But, man, I'm glad you're here, Claymore. I'm finna break down this methamphetamine to y'all, okay? Now, statute of limitations, statute of limitations is up, so I can tell y'all. At one point in time, when I was in the streets, that was the first thing I dibbled and dabbled with. And I'm here to tell you, when I walked away from that, I was getting $80,000 sent to my doorstep twice a week, FedExed overnight, from one person that I never met. Now we gonna start doing some math. You know, I won't put all my business out there, but that was my thing. I balled off of that. I have to really watch what I say on here, because statute of limitations is up, and literally was given a job from the cartel, like literally type shit. So let me tell you about this methamphetamine, man. This methamphetamine, it hadn't really spread throughout a whole lot of black people when I dibbled and dabbled in it, right? But now it is the new crack. It is the nastiest thing in the world. And I want to let y'all know something. Listen to what I'm finna say to y'all. Because like I said, one day I'm going to tell y'all how I did it. Because I was law enforcement, it's going to fuck y'all up too. I'd have to make that video. And, you know, what I'm really waiting for is to get on the right platform to tell my story, because it's quite interesting. But let me tell y'all something about this methamphetamine. And I don't care about anybody's sexuality. I don't care if you are homosexual, you like transgender. I don't care about none of that. But any man, if you know any man who is doing methamphetamine with other men, or matter of fact, he has gay tendencies. He has gay tendencies. See, people on that, it's something about that methamphetamine. I don't know what's in it, man, but I'm here to tell you, it makes men switch over to the rainbow community, right? If you you might see two dudes, two homeboys. They might be sitting together, like, you know, smoking 420. You know, that's cool. Like that's cool. Crawford, and Crawford. Okay? That's cool for two men to smoke weed. But that glass, I'm here to tell you, and I'm gonna tell y'all a personal story, because I don't believe in lying to y'all, man. I'm the only one that give y'all real content around this joint. Guys, it makes you lose your inhibitions and sleep with other men. Yes, it does. Absolutely. I'm gonna tell y'all why oh no, that's true. Hold up, Floyd. Claymore, nobody want to watch that. I got a video about, I'm going to make a video about Floyd, because Floyd don't really have as much money, man, as he say he got. Hold up. Yes, right, my old plug switched because, okay, now, Emir, so y'all hear what I'm saying, right? I need y'all to stay on topic with me, because I'm finna tell you a very personal story. Like, I want to tell y'all this shit. I told you, when I was in the game, that was my thing, was that. But I was serving that. I was serving everything except PCP all at once. So it was the ice. Then it was the soft. Then it was the hard, right? Then it was the stuff you shoot, the black tar. Then it was the pills. This is all at once. It was all of that at once. One-stop shop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 20 minutes or less. in state, out of state. I told you, from one person, I was receiving $160,000 a week, FedEx to my doorstep twice a week, 80,000 twice a week, FedExed overnight to my door because I couldn't pick up no more money. That was from one person. Now, this is why I left the game, okay? This is why I left the game. I was in the game for about 5 to 6 years, and I had a job with the cartel. This is why I left the game. I had a transgendered person, okay? I had a transgendered person. No, that's the one. Hey, Caleb, that's the one thing. No, that's the one thing I wasn't messing with. Is that? That's the one thing that I wasn't messing with. Was that? Absolutely. I'm glad you listening, bro, because I'm giving y'all nothing but truth. And the only reason I'm telling y'all this because the statute of limitations is up on that shit. You can't tie me to nothing. It's a wrap. But so now check. Oh no, brother. Oh yeah, I had a job with the cartel. That's a damn lie. I was picking up 1,000 pounds a week, man, in San Diego. Believe me, I ain't gotta lie about that shit. And I can tell you how that happened. You know, because I'm a black guy who did not use drugs, and I balled because I listened to my plug. But that's a whole nother video, man, about making that money. So I had a transgender person. This is why I left the game. And I need y'all to listen to me close. This is what I'm trying to tell you about people's tendencies, their rainbow tendencies when they use that drug. I had a transgendered person that once I stepped into the game, they were a prostitute out here in Las Vegas. Okay? Now, black, transgendered. Now, a lot of white guys used to like to trick off with her because she was a prostitute. Now, here in Las Vegas, if you ain't never been to Vegas, behind the strip is the hood. All behind the strip ain't nothing but hood, weeklies and budget suites, and it's hood, it's raggedy, it's ratchet as hell. And this is where this transgender person lived, but she was a prostitute. And so throughout the course of my time with this person, I would drop her off a certain amount of you know what, right? And she would break it up and sell it to her clients, because in order for her clients who were male to cheat on their wife, in order to get them to that level where they could sleep with another man, they had to use that ice. Okay, Sky Dweller, see there? Okay, all right, there you go, Sky Dweller. Stay in contact, man. I like meeting people from Vegas. So the transgender person used to use that with they tricks. So now, with the transgender person I used to deal with, when I used to drop them off, I would pick up anywhere between $8,000 and $10,000 a week from them. Once they flipped what I gave them to their clients, you know, that's what they would give me. I would, from that person, my cut would be about 8 to 10, like clockwork for like 5 years. Man, one day, and I mean, I never needed a gun. They lived in the budget suites, and I never had to. It was just as quick as when I'm walking, I shoot them a text like, I'm here, I'm upstairs. The door would open, and I'd be walking by, and if I had to pick up money, I just reached my hand there, took my money, never broke stride, and kept walking and went down the steps. If I need to drop something off, I dropped it off, grabbed my money. I never stopped. But one day, I had to go pick up my money. One day I had to pick up my money one day. And if y'all ever been in the budget suites are small as hell. You can see everything. So when they open up, so when I knocked on the door, it's a white dude that answered the door, one of her tricks, okay? But it was 2 more in there with the transgender person. And when I tell you the transgender had some about 11, 12 inches long, and 2 of them dudes was licking that tranny like a lollipop, my mind was blown. I was like, damn. I was like, whoa. Like, whoa. I'm like, whoa. You know, I mean, I got many, many more stories, but this is why I got out of the game, is why I'm telling y'all this. Okay? Transgender person. So, some time went by. Well, the same transgender person, remember, I'm picking up $8,000 to $10,000 from this person every time I see them, like clockwork. This time they burnt me for $150. $150. That's what they burnt me for. So now I started thinking, because I had never been robbed doing that. I've been robbed before, not with this situation, something a long time ago, which I'll tell y'all about that later. But I got to thinking about the $150, and I said, wow, I pick up anywhere between $8,000 and $10,000 a week. And if this person will fuck up a 5-year relationship with me for $150, the next thing's gonna happen, somebody gonna try to kill me. Somebody gonna try to rob me. So what I did was I flew to Portland, Oregon. I love Portland. I love it because it's green, it's wet, it's quiet. I flew up there and I wanted to pray for it. I needed some time to myself to think, man. I was like, you know what, Lord, remove things from my life. I basically wanted to get out the game because I felt something was gonna happen to me. I had made enough money. And so when I came back, man, I gave away all my work. I'm giving away pounds. I gave away everything. I gave it away. I walked away from it. And that's what made me get out of the streets, was getting burnt for $150. Wasn't about the money. It was about the relationship, because I value relationships. And if somebody will mess up, think about it. If you got a relationship with anybody making $8,000, $10,000 a week and they steal $150 from you, what else would they do to you? Next thing, they might try to kill you. You dig what I'm saying? Dax, come on with it, man. Stop. Come on now. Let's be serious. And that's what made me get out of the game, y'all. And so watch this. So watch this, Clark. This is where the legal stuff comes into play. And when I started this story off telling y'all about legal stuff, right? Marijuana being legal. This is when I start telling y'all about marijuana being legal. Well, when I left that, maybe about 2 months later, because I had started smoking weed, I smoked exotic from the get-go. And I told certain people I know in certain neighborhoods I be around, and I said, man, why y'all all get y'all weed from the same person? It's 3 spots in this little neighborhood, and y'all all got the same thing. I wouldn't even smoke it. It made my head hurt. It gave me a headache. So I would have my friends drop me off my stuff, right? Exotic. You know, I always buy a quarter pound at a time, a QP. That's 4 ounces if you don't know. But I would have them break that 4 ounces up into 8 different flavors, okay? Smoking top of the line bud. So I noticed that once I fired up, my friends are buying my weed. Like, they buying it from me. I don't sell weed. That ain't my thing. That wasn't my thing. I'm not no weed seller. Like, that was my personal. They was buying my weed from me. So I started telling them, I'm like, and I'm serious, Carla. Like, I can't, man, I'm being so true. Like, I'm keeping it real with y'all. Like, I can't make this shit up. So I'm telling my friends, I said, y'all need to get a bigger variety of weed. Like, y'all need a better variety. Y'all only got one flavor. They didn't listen to me. So let me tell you what your boy did. Because I'm a pretty enterprising motherfucker, man. You can go to California, and those of y'all from Cali, y'all know I'm not lying when I say this. You can get what's called a rec. A rec. That means that is your legal paperwork to buy as much marijuana in California as you want. You can go get a license for it. You can get paperwork for it. All you gotta do is go to the doctor. You can get it in the same day. I went to Cali. I got my paperwork to buy as much as I want. That night, I found myself in Victorville up under a big-ass circus tent at this thing where it was like maybe 200 different growers from the Bay Area. Because, see, Sky Dweller, I didn't know that. See, Sky Dweller, I'm not lying, because I'm telling you the truth. See what I'm saying? So I found myself at this little, like a tent, big ass, it's like 200 growers from up north, Northern Cali. I'm in Victorville. And remember, they got thousands of pounds. They don't want to go home with that shit. So you man, look, the Police was there, Sugar Free, the rapper was performing. And let's just say when I left there, man, I left there with I had like 50 pounds. But more than them 50 pounds, I mean, I had a lot of different flavors because my thing was I wanted to come back to where I was from and flood the neighborhood with different flavors because nobody had it. So I left with a relationship. And let me tell you where my relationship, okay, Wasteland, see, you know I'm not lying, bro. So let me tell you my relationship got me. And if I'm lying, Wasteland Warrior, call me on it and call me a lie in front of everybody. Because you know what I'm saying is the truth. I met me some growers out of Northern Cali. They were Asian. They were actually from Thailand. Their aunt was the grower for years. And these was two, and I got pictures. I literally got pictures. There was two young dudes, like 22 and 23 years old from Thailand. They had been in the United States maybe 2-3 years, and they were working on behalf of their aunt, right? They never been to Las Vegas before. So I kept in contact with them, and what they wanted to do was they wanted to come to Vegas. So guess what? You want to come to Vegas? Of course you're going to come to Vegas. That's my city. I'm from here. I'm trying to develop my plug. They came out here, and like a boss, I took them to a nice hibachi restaurant. We talked numbers, and I was able to get a half box. Now, those of y'all don't know what a half a box is, that's 500 P's. A box is 1,000. I was able to get a half a box being 500 P's of mid-grade greenhouse for $35,000. $35,000 for 500 P's, mid-grade greenhouse. Now, that may not seem like a lot out here on the West Coast, but see, what y'all don't know, when y'all get down to Texas and Louisiana, y'all smoking mid-grade anyway. Y'all don't even really know what y'all smoking. Y'all not even smoking real gas. A lot of y'all smoking mid-grade and don't know it. So my peas are costing me $70 a pound. That's right, Sky Dweller, over double, Sky Dweller. Let me tell you how I did them, Sky Dweller. So I'm getting. Now my boy at the time, he's selling exotic weed. Every 2 weeks, he's spending 20,000. He's spending 35. Actually, it was 32,000, but I'm gonna say 35,000 for the sake of the story. Every 2 weeks, my boy was spending 35,000 for 20 pounds of exotic weed because he wanted to be known for selling the best weed in Vegas. That's why I used to buy my weed to smoke from. Okay. I was spending 35,000 on 500 pounds. That means that my pound cost me $70 a pound. Well, guess what, y'all? When that pound got to Texas, it was 1,800. When it got to Atlanta, it was 1,900, 2,000. It was 1,900, 2,000. Okay. Point is, I was able to change the market. It was all about the bottom line. Out here, that same P, $1,000. It's only costing me 70. I got 500 of them. So I'm here to tell you, man. I'm here to tell you, and Sky Dweller will vouch for me, man, because he's a grower. I was able to make more money legally than illegally, and didn't even have to watch my back. Now, ain't that about a bitch? You see how God work? I'm just saying, do you see how God work? Because I promised God I would never touch no work. I made more money legally from a legal grower than I did doing illegal stuff. Now, ain't that some shit? Gabe, you know I'm not lying. Sky Dweller, you know I'm not lying. I'm not free speech if you got to listen to the whole conversation. PGN. Think about the decisions, more data, it's poverty. Now, let me tell y'all how the dispensary stuff went. Here you go, Gabe. Let me tell you guys how the dispensary stuff went here in Vegas. Let me tell you how that went. Okay, when the dispensaries hit Las Vegas, what you had to do if you wanted a dispensary, You had to put $50,000 up, cash money. Basically, you had to put $50,000 up to get your name put into a lottery. Now, I'm here to tell you, they already had the people, they already had the dispensary owners picked. Because let me tell you who got the dispensaries. You got Jerry Tarkanian's son had a dispensary. He got one of the first dispensaries. Mayor Oscar Goodman's son got a dispensary. His daddy is the mayor. You got Frank Hawkins, who used to play for the Raiders, who he blocked for Marcus Allen and have a Super Bowl. He was a county commissioner and sat on the city council. He has a dispensary. There's a black dude who owns a place called Planet 13 out here in Las Vegas, which is the biggest marijuana dispensary in the state, and it supplies the majority of dispensaries in Vegas. He had a dispensary. So you had to have an N to get a dispensary. So everybody that put up $50,000, they got fucked because you didn't get your money back. You did not get your money back. So now peep game. There is one way to still get in a dispensary. You have to, if somebody has a license to grow, they can charge you a certain amount of money. If you have a license, I believe they can put 5 or 6 people on their license to grow. And then you can grow legally off somebody else's license. But you got to find somebody who has a license that you can trust that's not going to steal from you, because you're growing basically in their name. It's almost like you're going to go get an apartment in their name. You know, you got to pay the bill. Now, okay, that's right, Gabe. Loopholes. Now, I had somebody in here, man. What's up, Kendi? Kendi, where you from? Now, I had somebody in here that was talking about, education and stuff like that. I don't tell anybody to do anything like that. I'm all for education. The problem is with this younger generation is the music. See, the younger generation, guys, I'm 48 years old. It's not cool to do drugs. Ain't nothing cool about it. But due to this rap music, due to stuff you see on TV, due to stuff they suggest on TV, they suggest it's cool to be a drug dealer. And I personally have told my story to a few young people because I mentor young men and women. I mentor people. You know what I'm saying? And it blew me away in the last 3 months that out of all the things that I know how to do, after I got done talking to 2 particular young men, they wanted to know how they could get out in the street and do certain things. And I asked them, I said, why would you want to do that? Like, what's wrong with getting a job? Why would you want to be out in the streets doing that? And here's what they told me. They said, well, because when we look at social media, and we see all the money and we see all the things people have, it looks like it's fun. I said, bro, y'all not built for this. My story's a little different. By the grace of God, I got out of that. By the grace of God, because of where I was previously employed, I knew what I should not do because of the loopholes. But that's not, you got the younger people, they're not interested in education anymore. Everybody wants to be a hustler. And guess what? Everybody's not a hustler. I could take 10 people. Like I said, marijuana is legal here in Las Vegas. I could talk about that all day long. It's legal. I could give 10 people 100 pounds, and maybe 1 or 2 of them are going to actually know what to do with it. Just because you have it don't make you a hustler. And that's the problem here. That's the problem. Everybody wants to be something that they're not. It's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong. Go be a doctor. Go be a lawyer. Go be a policeman. Guys, I was law enforcement because I wanted to help somebody. Even my dad is law enforcement, ex-law enforcement. He's been retired for 15 years. My first 2-3 experiences with the police were very negative out here in Las Vegas, where I was done wrong. So I did that so that I could maybe change something, so that maybe I could deal with, and I ain't gonna say maybe I did. I did that, and I worked in the hood when I was in patrol. And I'm from here, so that I could make sure that these little kids that their first experience with law enforcement was not a bad one. See, most people's first experience with law enforcement might be them seeing the police take their mama to jail, take their daddy to jail, shoot one of their relatives. Well, that's an isolated incident. But people, at the end of the day, when you in law enforcement, your job is to get home to your family. So what I tell a lot of young people, who Viper, don't look up to me, man. Look up to God. And I'm not a cop anymore. I used to be, and it doesn't bother me what you have to say, bro. Like, get on with that negative energy. So what I tell people, man, what I would tell people is, if you want to do something about the system, get in there and try to change it. Help your people. You be the one to put on that uniform. You be the one to be able to give your people a pass and not take them to jail, not give them a ticket. You be the one to try to help somebody get a job, to get in position. It's some of y'all out there right now, man, that don't even want a promotion on your job because you don't want to be the supervisor. You don't want the responsibility. But if you get the responsibility, maybe you can help somebody out. Maybe you can help the next person along and reach back. That's what it's about. Hey, Miss Mitchell, I'm blessed. And how are you doing today, Queen? Thank you, friggin' E. What's up with it? See, Sunflower, that's what I'm talking about. To reach back. Just to reach back. There is nothing wrong with young people. Man, it's nothing wrong going to go get you a 9 to 5. It's nothing wrong with that. A check from Burger King and Walmart equal more than zero. And for those of y'all young people who will ever see this live, any of y'all young people up in here, man, check this out. Check this out. Most of these people is out here hustling for $100 or $200 a day, taking a whole penitentiary chance for something they could go get legally at a job. Make it make sense. But you're not going to understand when I tell you, unless you've been in my shoes. When you do stuff on a higher level, you don't deal with a lot of people. You don't have a lot of problems when you're on a certain level, because everybody want their money. On a certain level, you don't even see certain stuff, because he want his money, they want their money, you want your money, everybody has the same interest at hand. But when you're into petty things, you deal with petty problems. This is why you should not get into the streets. Hey, Clark TV, shout out to you. That's what I'm talking about. Clark TV, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Clark TV. And Clark TV, it takes it, man, people don't understand. It takes a real boss to be self-employed. See, it take a real boss to put your back against the wall. No, you not getting a paycheck if you don't put your grind down. And that's the same attitude that you have to have, whether you in the streets, whether you legal. It don't matter what you selling. It doesn't matter what you selling. You could be selling a damn dream. But you need people to understand that, hey, they will spend their last dollar on this dream because this is the best dream that's going. Man, you know what? I have no choice but to keep it real, you know. But, that's all I want to do, man, is give y'all a little bit of understanding. But, I've come to the end of my live, y'all, man. If you guys like this live, throw a 7 up for me. Definitely throw a 7 up if you like this live. And if you haven't subscribed, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. We get real content over here. I may post a reaction video every once in a while, but what I do is I talk about stuff. I articulate stuff. I look at videos and stuff that I only know about. I don't put clickbait out there, and I talk about it. We talking about motivation. We talking about finances. We talking about, what's up, K4O Red? What's up with it? We talking about fitness. Guys, I lost 122 pounds in 1 year. Go look through my photo album in my community. I'm 5'8", 225 pounds with 22.5-inch arms and living my best life, man. Nah, Will, it's not. But guys, I want you to know something, man. Hold up. Clark TV, people see business and assume it comes easy. That's work. It's hard work and it feels great. That's right. That's right, Clark. And I'm going to pin your comment. And George Taylor, man, thank you, man. Thank you for listening to The Real. But hey, I want you guys to be blessed, never stress, and make sure you getting plenty of rest, man. Coach One Stack, love y'all, man. Talk to me. I talk back, man. I'm a real person. I want you guys to have a beautiful day. God bless you and your families, and may the Lord bless your family with his traveling grace as you get to all your destinations unscathed, man. You guys have a good day, all right? Be blessed.